Hi, everybody. Welcome to Coming In Hot with Caroline. And we have a juicy topic today, and it might be a little bit controversial. I hope it's not, but I have to say it. I'm going to go ahead and just say it. First of all, I'm going to say welcome and please like, review, follow, all the good stuff. I would so appreciate it. And okay, let's get started. I've gone on a deep dive on TikTok, on Instagram. I've been in a black hole about Justin Bieber, Selena, and Hailey. Okay, I've dug deep. I have a lot of feelings. I have a lot of thoughts. And this is honestly not to bash anyone. It literally is just trying to dissect what is going on here, because it's really upsetting to watch these beautiful young girls who are so smart and have so much going for them look so desperate and just honestly chase things that aren't necessarily good for them. And, whether it's for clout, whether it's for fame, whether it's for money, whether it's, just for attention, I don't know what it is, but there are just always so many red flags, and there are so many things that in your gut doesn't feel right or doesn't feel good, and yet we keep moving forward with it. And I really want to get to a place where we acknowledge that we don't have to be with a man to be significant, to be important, to be seen, heard, loved, and respected. I really want to just really ram that into your heads, because I am just so sick of the bad decisions women are making. And think society has put this pressure on, I think it's always been there, whether it's society, whether it's our parents, putting all this pressure on us as if who we marry really defines us. And it doesn't. Again, your husband or your wife's, accomplishments aren't necessarily your own. Like when they walk away, they take all the trophies, all the awards, all the money, like they take it all with them. And that's why I find it so important for women to stand on their own 2 feet and have something of their own, so that they never feel like they're left empty-handed if things don't work out. Because again, when you put all your eggs in one basket, when you're with one person, when you're obsessing on this one person and it doesn't work out, it is quite devastating. So when I look at the Selena, Justin, and Hailey situation, I honestly it's like you want to hold them, like with Hailey, okay? I honestly would love to sit down with her and have a conversation and just be like, what's going on here? Ladies, I want you to be Selena, not Hailey. And not because of who she is, like her as a person, just the action she has taken. You watch this girls, and again, this is all alleged. I am not in the relationships. I do not know what's really going on behind closed doors. None of us do. But what I do know is what I see, right? And what's interesting is the way they portray it. You do see it as this crazy obsession that Hailey Bieber has with, these kind of pop stars. When you start looking at all the research, when you start looking at all the photos, all the digging deep that people have done, it seems like she was a little bit of a fangirl, like a little bit of, the girls that like to chase the celebrities. Even though she's a celebrity's daughter, I think when you're in that and you're seeing it and, you have access to it, it can seem quite tempting. It probably, the illusion looks so cool, right? Imagine you're seeing this young kid who's a pop star and a celebrity, and you think that that's the end all be all. You think that that's what's going to make you happy. And at the end of the day, you really do not know what demons people have. And just because they have money, just because they have fame and power, does not mean they're happy, does not mean they're going to be good to you, right? So I just want to talk about some of the signs that you're seeing that to me is just so upsetting, because, Hailey's getting destroyed in the press, right? Like in social media, she's getting ripped to shreds. And I do feel sorry for her, because it does not feel good. When I get an insult, I'm going to read my hate comments one day, because no, it does not feel good to be told you're an idiot, or he doesn't love you, or he doesn't care about you, or you're a lunatic, you're a crazy. Like, no, that cannot feel good. But if you look at her actions, you have to question, what was she thinking, right? So you see her constantly showing up at places he's at throughout her youth. Then you see them, she puts herself in the right place at the right time as often as possible, probably hoping that her chances go up, right? That's just like gambling. Like the more that you're around, the better chance you have of him spotting you, liking you, and maybe wanting to be with you. Again, I really feel like that's just forcing a situation. And I know some people might say like, no, she's going after what she wants. She's, like a lot of people were saying, oh my God, this is like the newfound, excitement for all stalkers that like, a stalker could actually get her guy and marry him. And I'm like, why are we stalking anyone? Why is anyone stalking anyone? Why is anyone that interesting to you or that important to you that you would be stalking them? Like, focus on you. I will never understand that. But when you look at the way he treats her, right, you see publicly, you see the difference in the way he acts. Like when he's with Selena, you would see him constantly kissing her, constantly hugging her, constantly giving her affection, constantly paying attention to her. Really, it just shows, it just, not to say I know what went on behind closed doors, because obviously a lot of shit went down because still be together if he was so great. But we know he has a lot of demons. We know there's probably a lot more, to him than we could even possibly imagine. And it's horrible to even think and say. But the truth is, this kid's gone through a hard time. He's been going through a hard time. And it's interesting that women always want to save men. Like we always think that we can save someone or that they're going to change for you. Or like if you love them enough, if you stalk them enough, if you obsess on them enough that like they're going to pay attention, they're going to fall in love with you. And you cannot force love ever. That's the thing. You can't force it. You cannot force anyone to be in love with you. You cannot force anyone to pay attention to you and to give you exactly what you want. The only person you can enforce that with or you can demand that from is yourself. You're the only one that can promise you anything and everything. No one else can do that. So, ladies, when you're going after a guy, number one, I don't know why anyone's paying attention to a guy that has a girlfriend. Again, why Hailey's showing up everywhere, trying to get her shot when she knows very well he's dead in love. And with Selena, like, honestly, I have never really been attracted or been interested in someone who's taken. Like, to me, there's so many people out there. Like, there's so many guys out there. Like, what? So when I look at them and I look at, Selena and I look at Hailey and I compare just the actions, when I look at Hailey, I look at someone who is literally chasing after a guy. I'm like, you have an incredible business. And I don't know if she got all of these things because of being with him. Again, she did not get the attention. The paparazzi wasn't stopping for her. They were stopping for her friends or for the guy she was dating. So if you're somebody who's really searching for that kind of attention, one, you need to check yourself. Two, there's something more there, right? Like there's something more. There's a real insecurity there because when you are confident and when you do feel really good about who you are, what you want, and what you have to offer, you're not chasing anyone. I can promise you that. If anything, they're chasing you. So when I look at Hailey, it just fascinates me because I'm like, you're looking at this beautiful girl who I'm assuming is smart and capable, and yet we're all looking at her and feeling sorry for her. Like we're all looking at her and thinking like, you look ridiculous, or it's so embarrassing, or, oh God, don't do that. Don't say that. There's an immaturity there that you're watching that you're like, first of all, why would you ever want to marry somebody after 2 months or 3 months or even 6 months after they have broken up out of a serious relationship, like an on and off, very serious, 10-year, very public relationship? That to me already is a red flag. Like right there, that person does not seem like they're going to be all in. That person to me would seem distracted, would seem a little bit unattainable, would seem a little bit like, I don't know how this is going to work out. Do you know what I mean? Because it's like, there is just no way you go from being that in love and spending that much time together to literally now being dead in love with somebody else and getting married. Like, I'm sorry, it does not work like that. Like, your feelings and your emotions do not fucking work like that. So this illusion in our heads that we can fix anyone, it's an illusion. That's what we call it, an illusion for, it's for a reason, right? So you thinking you can save someone, or thinking that you can convince someone or play them long enough so they do fall in love with you, I really don't think that's the case. I think a lot of resentment comes from that. A lot of anger comes from that, and a lot of acting out. And when you look at him, it looks like he's acting out, right? It looked like he was fucking crashing out on IG Live the other day. I mean, the other night I was like, what is happening? You were like, are you okay? Where is his mother? Like, I'm concerned, this kid, like everything that has come out in the press, you're like, he has been through more than anyone could possibly imagine. And what is the expectation from him, right? Like, what is this expectation? And, when I look at Selena, I just look at this very humble, very hardworking, been in the industry for so long, quite shy, doesn't look like she's constantly trying to get attention, doesn't look like she's trying to, be somebody she's not. It seems like she's quite shy. It seems like, she's quite honest. At the end of the day, I feel like Selena's like a lot of us. You know what I mean? Like, I think we relate more to her because, number one, I think we relate more to her background. We relate more to her sacrifice. We relate to her, work ethic. We relate to her kindness. We relate to her tears and her being hurt and showing her emotion. And I think with Hailey, she's just more unrelatable because, again, I think people look at, kids of celebrities differently. I think you look at people with, a lot of money and access differently. I don't think it's as relatable. And I don't think you see a woman or a girl chasing another guy's girl and look at that as relatable or cool in any way. So right there, she already has pitted everyone against her, I think, just in those things. Like, if you want to be in the public eye and that's your MO, like, it's gonna backfire. And for me, I don't know why women, again, I don't know why women want to be with unattainable men or men who are really closed off or like men who, just don't show emotions or don't show or that are cold or that don't treat you with respect. Like when I see him slamming the door on her, when I see him like mocking her or making fun of her, I'm like, it's just so disrespectful. And you see her kind of smirk, you see her laugh, but she's hurting. Like, she's hurting. It can't be good behind the scenes. So you're sitting there watching it and you're just like, what are you doing? And I would have so much respect for her to get up and leave. And I know she has a baby and I know it's not that easy, but I feel like she deserves so much more. I really do. I think all women deserve so much more. And I just don't know why we don't demand it. I don't know why we don't expect it. I don't know why we don't change it. And I know for me, if it's the last thing I do, I'm going to change this illusion that women have that some rich celebrity guy is going to come save you, that's your knight in shining armor. Most of these people come with a lot of trauma, and I'm not saying everyone, I'm just saying like, you see the demise of a lot of the celebrities and the actors. And I think in general, if you're going to just talk about an everyday guy and him being just not open and not forthcoming with you, and it's like, why would you want to be with that? It's like, again, when I look at Hailey, I'm like, why are you going ahead and having a kid if it's not really stable or he's not going through a good time or you see he's struggling? Like, why bring a child into that? And I'm not saying, because, children do not fix things. It just makes it harder. It makes it more stressful. It does. No matter how much you love them, it changes the dynamics. It changes your freedoms. It changes the sacrifices. It changes the decision making. And don't you want somebody in that hustle, in that life journey that actually wants to be there? That actually looks at you with love, with respect, with kindness? Like, life is so hard and it's so fucking long. And I just couldn't imagine being tied down with somebody who is not treating me well. And I do not want women continuing to think that this is the MO. Like, I don't like that this is the example that is being set. And again, it's really no hate towards Hailey as a person, because like, I really don't know her and I don't, I don't know her. She could be the nicest person on earth. But again, what you're watching is just sad as a woman. Like, for me, it's just as a woman to watch another woman not see her value, not see, her worth. That's just the truth. That's honestly how I feel about it, because he just looks like he treats her so badly. And I don't like seeing that. I really don't. And you look at him the way he treated Selena, and again, you see him just so different. And I think women in general, we're just so desperate. I think not all of us, but a lot of us, we're so desperate for someone to solve the problems, for someone to do the work, for someone else to come save us. And again, I think that we put so much emphasis on beauty, on money, on fame. And I'm not saying all of those things aren't great. Like, yes, to have a little extra money is great. To like feel like you look fabulous is great. Like, to, you know, I'm not saying any of those things are not fun and good, but you have to have a foundation there, right? You have to know how to appreciate it. Like, you have to know what to do with it. And I think a lot of the times women are just like rushing in to relationships and pressuring guys. And, you know, like, again, remember the old days when people would joke around and be like, just pop a hole in the condom, get pregnant so that way he's stuck. You trap him. Like, you trap him? Why would you ever want to trap anyone? Like, to me, I want to be adored. Like, I want to feel like a queen. Like, I want to feel like you're looking at me and I can see it. Like, I can feel the love and the respect. What are we doing, ladies? Like, we're not like trapping? Who the fuck wants to trap a guy? First of all, you have no idea what is the future holds, right? So there is no guarantees. So again, if like Hailey's looking at Justin and thinking like, ooh, guaranteed money, guaranteed fame, guaranteed popularity, guaranteed. There is no guarantee. Anyone can lose it all. So it's like, what are you really in it for? You know, and it's like, who is this person and do they really make you happy? So ladies, before you're rushing into marriage or rushing into try to date the guy that you think is the guy of your dreams, or you think that because of fame and money and power, like it's going to change your life in some way, I can promise you it'll change your life. I just don't know it's always going to be in a good way. And I personally think that the way to guarantee that your life turns out in a good way is working on you, is depending on you, is focusing on you, obsessing on you, stalking the reflection in the mirror. Not a guy, okay? Stalk yourself. And I know that might sound crazy to some of you, but like I truly believe that. Like go fucking, you know how they say go touch grass? Go take a look in the mirror. Forget touching grass. Go take a long fucking hard look in the mirror and ask yourself, what is it that you want? How do you want to be treated? What is that long-term future that you want? Like, what is that future that you want? And how are you going to get it? Okay? So, again, you end up seeing Selena win because to me personally, like I know Hailey has a makeup company. She's got all these things going on. But truthfully, it's weird that like I just know her as like Justin Bieber's wife. Like when I would see Selena and Justin, it's like Selena fully has her own career, her own fame, her own power, her own money. And then so I would always see them as like Selena and Justin. But with with Justin and Hailey, it's like, it's really just Justin. Do you know what I mean? Like it doesn't feel or seem like she has done or accomplished anything, which she has, but you don't even notice it because she's completely overshadowed by him. And she will always be in his shadow. She will always be second, third tier. You know what I mean? The baby's probably second. So when you're like, is that really what you want? You really want to be second, third, fourth tier? Like, I can't tell you enough that the greatest advice my mother ever gave me was, he should be more in love with you than you are with him. She said, women do not know how to control their emotions. We are fucking lunatics. We just cannot keep our shit together. And it's better for a man to be more in love with his wife than the wife be more in love with the man, because they said men are better at controlling their emotions. I mean, so what does that say to you? You need to up your standards. You need to get your boundaries set. You need to start obsessing and stalking the reflection in the mirror. You need to take care of you. Okay, ladies? I don't want you ending up like Hailey, who at the end of the day, I honestly don't think she's happy. Like, I look at her and she may be married to the biggest star, have the biggest mansion, have 15 companies, have the most gorgeous baby, like celebrity friends, celebrity trips, the yacht, the plane. She has everything that any girl would ever want, honestly, on paper. And I can honestly tell you, like, I don't envy it. Like, I really don't, because I don't feel like she's happy. I don't think she sits in that huge mansion and thinks how happy she is. I don't know if she's laughing. I don't know if she's, you know what I mean? I actually think she's crying more, to be honest. I think she's alone more than we ever think. I think that, she's frustrated, and I think she doesn't even know what the fuck to do with herself because she's probably working so hard at keeping him. She is not doing enough to take care of herself. So she's too busy making excuses. She's too busy unfollowing. Like, they're too busy playing games, okay? Rather than her actually taking control of her life, making some really fucking hard decisions, digging deep, and setting herself up for success and focusing on herself. And then I look at Selena right now and I'm like, she's fucking killing it. I'm sorry. She took the time to feel the pain. She took the time to heal. She took the time to take care of herself. She took the time to be the best version of her. And guess what happened? She found an incredible guy. Don't fucking tell me that Benny Blanco's not good looking. He is perfection. I'm sorry. Any man that treats a woman like that and talks about a woman like that and helps somebody, like, that's your guy. Like, I'll take a Benny Blanco over a Justin Bieber any fucking day. Like, any day. I want the good guy. I want the nice guy. I want the guy that you can trust. I want the dependable guy. I want the guy that treats you like a queen. That's what I want. I'm not fucking second tier to anybody. You know what I mean? So I just wanted to remind you today that I want you to be a Selena and not a Hailey in relationships. Okay? I truly wish them both the best. I really hope Hailey finds her happy. I really feel like Selena has, and I just seeing her smile so big, it's just so empowering and it's so motivating, and it's just, you just see the difference. You see the difference. Just look at Selena and Hailey in the face and you can see the difference of what happiness looks like, what success looks like, and what somebody treating you well looks like. So choose well, choose wisely, ladies. Okay? Because it's a lifelong decision. So don't make it so easily. Take your time. Focus on you. Make yourself the best version of you so you attract what is actually beneficial and good for you. Okay? I love you all. Yes, you can. Okay, so next week we'll be coming in hot with another hot topic. And I love you all, and I hope you have the best week ever. And thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for the love and support. You know I'm rooting for you every single day. I want you to look good, I want you to feel good, and I want you to do good. So I hope everyone gets up and gets dressed. Let's fucking do this. I love you all. Please leave a review, a like, a follow, any suggestions. We are here, and we are so excited to have you here. So have the best week ever. I love you. Bye.